Thanks. Thank you, Chair. Mr. Fraser, I just want to draw your attention to a matter that's, and again, if I'm talking about things that aren't related enough to the macro group or to Treasury, please feel free to point that out, because I will be raising this stuff with the Reserve Bank in a few hours. But I did want to touch on an issue related to credit card interest rates, and drawing to your attention, which I'm sure you're already aware, that the gap between the cash rate and the credit card interest rate has now reached a record high, and the gap between what people are paying in terms of credit card interest and where the cash rate's been set at is now at record levels. And I wanted to just ask whether Treasury, under your leadership, understanding that macroeconomic policy is something that you're directly responsible for, but whether Treasury, under your leadership, has actually been looking at this issue.
It's a very interesting issue. It wasn't directly considered in David Murray's inquiry into the financial system. In Treasury, internally, we looked at this some months ago, and the gap is widening. That said, there's a lot of differing rates amongst the credit card providers. My personal view is that it is an issue well worth further deep investigation and consideration. I'm driven partly by the fact that it does seem that the people who pay these credit card interest rates, those who don't fully pay off their amounts, tend to be people perhaps less capable of servicing that debt, and that worries me. So I think it's something well worth considering, and we will give some further thought to it.
Mr. Fraser, when you said that